Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, about the Bible. So Jace and Dedeker, how are we doing tonight? I guess it's day where you all are.
It's kind of afternoon.
Yeah, it's afternoon. It's an acceptable drinking time.
Yeah.
Which is in contrast to when we normally record this podcast, which is at a wholly unacceptable drinking time.
But we do it anyway.
Well, it's very acceptable for me right now.
All right, because it just went past midnight.
Yes, it did.
What are you drinking on this most patriotic of days?
I am drinking... So Golden Road Brewing Company, they made this amazing beer called Wolf Among Weeds, and it's an IPA.
Yeah. I like that one
and
a
it's
lot.
patriotic. Yeah, it's super good. It's patriotic because it's from LA, which is in the United States, and I'm drinking a US of A beer, bitch.
Nice. Well done. Well done. Well, I guess both
We're
Jason
not,
and I,
yeah.
well, we're being patriotic to Japan because we're drinking a Japanese beer while in Japan.
I suppose
Oh,
that's
cool.
true. That's true. We're drinking a beer called Green Label.
Kirin. It's a Kirin.
Yeah, it's part of the Kirin
Or,
brand.
sorry, to be American, a Kirin.
Yeah, like a Kirin Ichiban.
Oh.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's how you say it.
A
Kirin.
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 Kirin, it means giraffe.
What?
I don't think the Kirin like beer name is in reference to giraffe, but it's a homophone at least. That Kirin means giraffe in Japanese.
Here's what it says on this beer. It says, Green Label brings you a comfortable time. The refreshing taste cheers your mind.
Heck yes, it does.
Wow, that's cute.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely true.
Uh-huh.
My mind is pretty cheerful now that I'm drinking this.
And the best part is the place that Jason and I are staying right now, there's a beer vending machine downstairs on the
What?
corner. Yeah. Yeah.
That's something, all right. So you're just like, you like go to this vending machine and you're like, whatevs, I need some beer for Drunk Bible Study.
Basically.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's right in front of like a little liquor store. But if the liquor store's closed, you can still get beer out of a vending machine.
Yeah. It's
Can
great.
you get like a 6-pack, or is it just, or are we talking
no,
like
just
one at
singles.
a time?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-packs are actually not as popular a thing to do here. Like, it's more common to just get some individual ones, or like these sort of big,
yeah.
what are they called? What do they call these?
What?
Highballs.
Silos? Not highballs.
Silos.
Like
I
the
don't know.
tall boys? There's like some name.
It is a
Gosh,
tall boy,
It's been a lot of years since I was in college.
clearly.
Yep. All right.
Oh boy. All right. So what we're reading today is we're continuing with the book of Job. We are reading chapters 14, 15, and 16 today.
Okay, 3 chapters today.
3 chapters. And I was thinking, so the two of you, especially Dedeker, expressed some concern last time about spending so much time in the book of Job, because we're going to be in this for, quite a few more episodes.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, how can we make reading Job, worthwhile and wholesome? And I decided I thought a drinking game might be the way to do it.
Yeah, that says wholesome to me.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if wholesome is the first word that would come to my mind, but it'll be a time.
Yeah, it'll be a
fun
time.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, what would be some good, like drinking game things for the book of Job, right? I was trying to think of, like, what are things that seem to come up a lot, and maybe we'll come up with more rules as we go so that people at home can play along. And, so what? Like, I think anytime Job references, like, wishing that he'd died in childbirth, or, like, wishing he'd never been born.
We're not going to survive this book if that's one of the rules of the drinking game.
It's not like you do a shot every time, but you,
Okay.
you
take a drink. You take a drink.
We
Okay.
just like take a sip.
You take a sip.
something.
Okay, then we can do that. I think anytime Job references something gross about his own body.
Yeah, like being covered in worms or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like anytime he calls out his friends and is like, no, I don't know.
Or
I'm just
they
upset
dunk
with his
on him
friends.
too, maybe?
Anytime there's a good dunk that you want to use on your own friends in real life.
Mm.
Because that's
Yeah,
definitely come up a
anytime-
couple times now.
Exactly. Anytime they dunk on each other.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's start with that.
All right.
And then if we come across more things as we go, then
Yeah.
then we can go with that.
Okay, Emily, do
Right.
you remember what happened last time?
All I know is that, like, he was talking to his friends and his friends were talking back and he had a big soliloquy and then they were talking more and that was it. I'm pretty sure that's all that happened is that they were talking.
Do you remember
And we'll
any of the
talk some more.
dunks from last time?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some of it was about, like, you don't know God. God does things and we could have done bad things and God only knows.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's a dunk, but
Marvelous.
that was kind of the gist of something that was said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something about that. And then,
Well,
I
something
don't know, it was kind of like back and forth. It was a lot of back and forth
Yeah, it's
between,
all
like,
gonna be
well,
Socratic
God
dialogue.
knows.
Yeah.
God knows everything, but then also like, God, give me a little bit,
Right.
little leeway, God, and then God's like, nah, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Well, one of the
About
dunks
what
that
happened.
Dedeker and I have been using on each other all this past
Oh.
week is
Yeah.
that your words are a blustering wind.
Yes, those ones, blustering wind.
We haven't used as much as the other good one, which is the you're unreliable like an intermittent stream.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good. That one feels like a dunk that you'd whip out, but then you'd have to explain it to your friends afterwards, and then it would lose the impact of the dunk.
Yeah, I suppose
That's true.
Right. So it basically only works among the three of us. We
Well,
have the shorthand.
conveniently, we're probably the people we dunk on the most.
That's true.
so-
That's true.
Oh, for sure, for
That's
sure.
Perfect. Okay, who's starting us out?
Apparently I am, which is good because I'm just going to keep drinking more and this is going to get worse as time goes on. So
Start rolling strong.
I'm going to start as strong as I possibly could be,
Okay.
Okay.
which is in Job 14. Goodness. Mortals born of woman are of few days and full of trouble. What?
True that.
Yeah. Amen.
Young
that.
little babies are young
trouble.
and they're full of trouble. I mean, I guess they must be.
I think he means like our lives as humans.
Oh, okay. Or a few days. Oh,
you
I
really,
see. So
you really
it's a
latched
metaphor.
on to the like born
Yeah.
thing. That your image was babies right away.
No, totally. Like I was like these little babies that are a little few days old are just total trouble. They're just pooping everywhere and crying everywhere.
That is
and
true.
That's all.
That is true.
That's all they're doing.
But no, I think this is more few days in the sort of metaphorical sense, right?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, only
So-
like 800 years.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, come on. Few days is all relative. Come on, Job.
No, what wasn't by Job's time we're down to like the 120 year range, right?
Okay, only 120 years. Slash
Be that as
characters,
it may.
slash whatever.
They spring up like flowers and wither away, like fleeting shadows they do not endure. Do you fix your eye on them? Will you bring them before your judgment? Who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. A person's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months and have set limits he cannot exceed. Who is he talking to here?
This is still
And
Job
is this
talking
Job?
to God, I think. Yeah, this is Job
Okay.
talking to God. That's where we left off last time.
Okay. So look away from him and let him alone till he has put his time in his time like a hired laborer.
Oh, he's back, to the...
Yeah, I know. Back to the hired laborer thing.
Oh,
Maybe every
geez,
time
see.
Job repeats a metaphor or a simile.
Yeah,
then,
That's
Oh,
also too
drink.
much.
Oh no, that's
Drink.
great because
Drink.
yeah, let's drink.
But we keep talking about how poetic it is. This entire thing is metaphors and similes.
No, but if he repeats it, if he uses
he
the same
reuses
one
one,
over and
okay.
over
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
All right, so this is the second time we've seen this at least.
Do you
Yeah.
think that Job's going to get through this whole ordeal and finally offer health insurance to his hired laborers?
Oh. Yeah,
Oh
maybe.
my gosh,
Like, it's
because
finally-
he's like
Yeah.
I get it now.
felt their plight.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's hope so for the sake of Job's, laboring friends.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. At least there is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again. And its new shoots will not fail. Its new shoots will not fail. Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, they might be cut down too, but anyways. Its roots may grow old in the ground and its stump die in the soil. Yet at the scent of water, it will bud and put forth shoots like a plant. Like a what?
Because literally it is a plant.
Because it is a plant.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
that is
but
how it will
it
act
is a
and
plant.
according to what it actually is. At the very scent of water. I didn't know that trees could smell water.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, man. Well,
Water.
again, right, we're in the desert, so like,
that's
you
true.
get just a whiff of water. That's enough.
That's true. That's true. In the
Then it'll
desert.
shoot things out.
Yep.
Yeah.
But a man dies and is laid low. He breathes his last and is no more. As the water of a lake dries up or a riverbed becomes parched and dry, so he lies down and does not rise till the heavens are no more. People will not awake or be roused from their sleep.
What?
If only you... What? Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
know.
I got lost on that one. Okay, so I get it. So man dies. He's laid low. He ain't getting back up again until the heavens are no more.
People will not awake or be roused from their sleep.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm
don't
confused
know.
by. Is it still like a metaphor for death based on sleep, or
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Like till the heavens are no more, like till the end of the universe. They ain't coming back to life.
okay?
He doesn't know what's to come in a few thousand years from right now. Because people do come back.
That's true. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah, good point. I guess that does happen.
Spoilers.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I do know that about Jeebus.
Well, there's not just Jeebus.
Yeah, other people do
Really?
it too.
Other people.
Yeah.
What?
I know, right?
That I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. If only you would hide me in the grave and conceal me till your anger has passed.
Oh.
If only you would set me in a time or set me a time and then remember me.
If you just put me in timeout,
Set me a time and then remember
just
me.
put me in the corner.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, kind of wishing he could be like the tree, I guess. And sort of get killed but then come back and just not have to suffer through all this in the meantime.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a new angle he's taking.
Yeah, that is a new angle. Good for Job for
This-
exploring different
The
aspects.
tree
of this.
angle.
This
the
is the
tree
step
angle.
of bargaining, I think.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we're going through like the
All the
5 stages of
Yes,
grief here.
Yes.
If someone dies, will they live again? All the days of my hard service, I will wait for my renewal to come. You will call, and I will answer you. You will long for the creature your hands have made. Surely then you will count my steps, but not keep track of my sin.
Huh. That's interesting. You will long for the creature that you have made.
It's like you'll miss me and then be like, it's all right. I'm not going to worry so much about what bad things he did. Like, he's cool.
So is this also kind of a breakup thing? like, you'll be back.
Job goes back and forth so much here.
Yeah, it really
like, You're going to
does.
come crawling back. Don't you worry.
But also, like, about
Why?
whether or not he's sinned or not.
Yeah. I just have to say, I know we keep saying it, that it is really poetic translation, actually.
No,
I'm
the
quite
whole thing's-
enjoying it.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
My offenses will be sealed up in a bag. You will cover over my sin.
Bag.
Huh.
Yeah.
A bag o' sin.
A sealed bag of sin, like a Ziploc bag, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of those,
exactly.
with, like a gallon one at least, with those zippers. Those
Yeah.
ones are nice.
Oh, yeah, those are great. But as a mountain erodes and crumbles, and as a rock is moved from its place, as water wears away stones and torrents wash away the soil, so you destroy a person's hope. You overpower them once for all, and they are gone. You change their countenance and send them away.
Okay, all right, hang on. I have a theory. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is going to be a little bit of a tangent. Emily, in contemporary Christian music, there is this phenomenon known as gosh, what is it called? God or Girl?
Girlfriend or God?
Girlfriend or God. Okay, Girlfriend or God, which is that there's like a lot of contemporary like Christian pop music that's made for young people where the song is supposed to be like a worship song or a song that's about God, but the lyrics definitely could be about a girl too. And it's just like a little bit unclear.
Well, not just about a girl, but could be a love song.
Could be a love song, yes.
Right.
Okay.
And I feel like this is an instance of that, about a breakup song.
I see, like the whole thing is sort of a breakup monologue.
Because he has this whole thing about like, you're going to come crawling back. Or also about like,
whoa,
like just leave me alone till you're done being angry, but you're going to miss me.
Okay.
And also, I think we call like this the last thing too, where it's like, where Job is like, I need to have this closure. Like, you need to sit down with me for lunch.
We did talk about that.
And you need to tell me what I've done wrong. Right? It's totally Girlfriend or God.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe whoever wrote this story like was going through a breakup and just chose to pour it into this kind of very poetic kind of monologue.
Like 47 chapters.
Hey man, have you been through a bad breakup? I could write 47 chapters of a biblical text.
Ooh,
no,
boy.
man, like, yeah, my mom used to just have to be like, listen, we're done talking about it. You're done now.
So this is like, so Job's like broken up with your mom and is like trying to make his way through it because your mom's refusing to talk to him.
No,
She's like,
no.
We're done now.
No, we're done, Job.
No, she said that to Emily when Emily was sad about breakups. Her mom was like, okay, you need to stop talking about this boy because I'm sick of hearing about it.
I got really confused.
Totally. It
and
would be like 3 months later and she's like, okay, you're done now.
Interesting. Sorry. I got confused and took it to a really weird place.
You
Let's
did.
get back
That
to the
was
text.
weird.
If their children are honored, they do not know it. If their offspring are brought low, they do not see it. They feel but the pain of their own bodies and mourn only for themselves. Wait, who are we talking about here?
Is it what, mortals? Mortals again? Or
Yeah,
wait, it
go
says
back.
if
Who are
their
we talking
children
about?
are offered. Wait, what? I think it's just a person. You overpower them. As water wears away stones and torrents wash away the soil, you destroy a person's hope. You overpower them once for all,
it's just
and they are
people?
gone. You
Okay.
change their countenance and send them away. If their children are honored, they do not know it. If their offspring are brought low, they do not see it. They feel but the pain of their own bodies and mourn only for themselves. I think they're just he's just talking about peeps.
People, yeah.
God's relationship with people.
You just make them suffer so much that they like can't even pay attention
Do anything.
to anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad, awkward end of the chapter.
Just like a breakup.
All right. So who's next?
Okay, I'll take the next one. Job 15. Okay, so Job is also taking a break from soliloquying.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. And so this is Eliphaz again. We haven't
Okay.
heard from Eliphaz in a little while.
I think we're going to go back through in the same order again.
Oh, in the same order.
So it's going to be Eliphaz, then Bildad, then Zophar.
And Zophar. Okay.
Okay.
All right, back
Eliphaz
to Eliphaz.
like jumps forward and is
Okay.
like, I'll go now.
Yeah, he's like, all right. I've been on the bench. Put me back in
Yeah.
the game, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, it's my turn.
Job 15. Then Eliphaz the Temanite replied, would a wise person answer with empty notions or fill their belly with the hot east wind? Would they? Well, would they, Emily?
Fill their belly with the hot east wind. I mean, does that mean like I'm really hungry, but I'm just going to put some wind in my belly and that might do something? What?
No, I think this is a more poetic version of saying, Job, you're full of hot air.
Yeah.
Oh, like
in
Job,
other
you're full of
words,
shit.
a sick dunk.
Okay, we got a drink.
Oh,
Whew, okay.
I think there's more sick ducks to come.
Yeah,
Hang on. Okay.
I'm excited.
Would they argue with useless words, with speeches that have no value? But you even undermine piety and hinder devotion to God. Your sin prompts your mouth. You adopt the tongue of the crafty.
ooh, the
Ooh,
crafty
the tongue of the crafty.
Well, that the crafty was also used to describe the serpent.
Oh, right.
Remember, it was like the craftiest of all
So
the.
it's like you have a
animals.
serpent's tongue.
And yummy food when you do a shoot of an actor.
Sorry. Okay. I hate, honestly, from the day that I set foot in LA and like the day that I set foot on my first set, I've hated the fact that people call craft services crafty. I hate it. I hate it.
Why?
I even use the term and I hate it. It
Why?
just, gets under my skin. I don't know why.
Your words are like a blustering wind.
Oh my God.
Sick dunk drink.
Okay, I'm just going to keep reading.
Okay.
Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick break. I want to tell you about our Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy, not only can you become part of our super cool community, you can also help ensure that this show is going to keep going. And because, reading every single word of the Bible, it's a little bit difficult to sustain, honestly. There's some production costs involved. It's not quite as easy as just sitting around and cracking open the Bible, even though it may appear that way. So even for just $1 a month, it helps us to keep the show going, and you also get access to our community. If you go to $6 a month, you can become a parishioner of ours, and that gets you access to our weekly bonus episodes. Our bonus episodes are super fun. They're attached to every single regular weekly episode that comes out. Sometimes it's a more in-depth analysis or research that we've done. Sometimes it's interviews with experts answering all of our silly questions. Sometimes it's us watching biblical movies or biblical musicals together and giving our own colorful commentary on them. Super fun. For $6 a month, the parishioner level. Or for $12 a month on our Patreon, you can become a disciple. And so in addition to supporting the show, getting all the bonus content, you also get ad-free episodes. You don't have to listen to this ad break anymore, and you get the episodes 2 days early. So again, if you want to join our community, get access to all that cool stuff, go to patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy.
We are also working to reach a goal of getting 300 patrons. And when we reach this goal, this is going to allow us to actually budget out the time and the money involved in recording 2 Bible studies a week instead of just 1. And that means that you don't have to wait as long between drunk Bible studies. If you're anything like me, I know at the end of each one, even if it was a hard one to get through, I'm like, but I want the next one. I want to know what happens next. I want to, get more of this Bible knowledge. So if you can help us get to 300 patrons, whether that's you yourself becoming a patron or whether that's telling your friends, getting them on board, once we hit 300, we can start releasing 2 Bible studies a week, which would be super exciting. And then you all have to wait less time for getting another episode. So it's win-win-win for everyone involved.
And finally, if you love this show, it would really, really help us out, in addition to all the ways above that it would help us out, if you could write a review for this show. So go to iTunes and write us a little review. Talk to us about all of the things that you love about the show, if you find it funny, if you find it informative, if, like my mom, you have never read the Bible before and you're learning like so many amazing new things, and it's like new information even as like a 60-something-year-old. We would love to hear about all of that, because definitely like me as a 30-something-year-old had no idea about all of this, and I am getting a crash course in the Bible.
Make sure when you leave us a review, you let us know your ASL. Your age, sex, location.
Oh my gosh.
Make it feel like it's IRC in the mid-90s.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. Okay, we don't need to know all of those things. Sorry, Mom. #sorry, Mom. No, just it's fun getting to talk to her about all of the things that we're learning every single week about the Bible. So, yeah, if you're getting something out of the show, we would love a review from you. Thank you so much.
Your own mouth condemns you, not mine. Your own lips testify against you. Are you the first man ever born? Were you brought forth before the hills? Do you listen in on God's counsel? Do you have a monopoly on wisdom? What do you know that we do not know? What insights do you have that we do not have? The gray-haired and the aged are on our side, men even older than your father. Okay, now I lost the plot.
Okay. No. First of all, that was tight as hell.
Yeah,
second of all,
love it.
In editing this, I could just like literally slip a beat under that, and that would be your sick, Hamilton style rap battle without even trying, because that was
okay.
Right there.
About gray hairs.
Do you have a monopoly on wisdom?
I love that one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. Okay, can I start this up again?
Yes.
Are God's consolations not enough for you? Words spoken gently to you? Why has your heart carried you away? And why do your eyes flash so that you vent your rage against God and pour out such words from your mouth? So I think Eliphaz has reached the end of his rope here.
Yeah,
he's really just
Eliphaz is soups over it.
He soups over it. Like, I'm trying to comfort you. I'm trying to make you feel better, and you just refuse, and now I'm angry.
And you know what? We're done now.
Yeah.
We're done.
Well, he's not done because there's like 20 more verses. So.
Oh, here we go. All right.
What are mortals that they could be pure, or those born of woman that they could be righteous? If God places no trust in his holy ones, if even the heavens are not pure in his eyes, how much less mortals who are vile and corrupt, who drink up evil like water and like trees, I guess.
No, the trees just smell water.
Oh, the trees just smell water. They don't drink up water.
And they shoot things.
And they shoot things out. Okay. Listen to me and I will explain to you. Let me tell you what I have seen. What the wise have declared, hiding nothing received from their ancestors, parentheses, to whom alone the land was given when no foreigners moved among them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, meaning the ancestors?
Little manifest destiny there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that being like their ancestors were...
Okay.
I don't know. That sounds like a really early example of just kind of pretending like, oh, no one was on this land when we showed up, so it's ours.
Totally.
I mean, that is kind of how it worked back then.
I mean, not really, because usually there were people there, so... Okay, verse 20. All his days the wicked man suffers torment. The ruthless man through all the years stored up for him. Terrifying sounds fill his ears. When all seems well, marauders attack him. I know. He despairs of escaping the realm of darkness. He is marked for the sword. He wanders about for food like a vulture. He knows the day of darkness is at hand.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm seeing this guy being like marauding around and like moving like really. I wish people could see what I'm doing.
Like beating off vultures and...
Yeah, just like kicking at vultures and marauding
vultures,
about.
Even better.
Yeah.
Kicking at vultures and he's marked for the sword. Stuff like that.
Okay. Distress and anguish fill him with terror. Troubles overwhelm him like a king poised to attack. Because he shakes his fist at God and vaunts himself against the Almighty, defiantly charging against him with a thick, strong shield.
Does he have an actual shield?
I don't know. Now the lines are blurring between what's a metaphor within a metaphor and what's a word picture. And
yeah, I feel like Zophar's... Wait,
Eliphaz.
Yeah.
Eliphaz's metaphor's kind of gotten away from him here. So he was saying at first...
He's doing his best.
Wait, he was saying at first, what? Like you're full of hot air because... You know, you're pretending like that you haven't sinned, that you're somehow better than that. And then how did he get off on this whole metaphor of
he started going off on like
and...
what happens to wicked men, that wicked men suffer all the time. Everyone's attacking him all the time. He's distressed and he's anguished, and the wicked man is also angry at God.
Okay.
And defies God.
Okay, but like, how did he get on this in the first place?
I don't know if I think he's coming around to trying to make the argument of like, you must have done something wicked.
I see. We're back to that,
and you need to straighten up and fly right. I think that's kind of what he's coming around to. Is like, we've seen that clearly bad things happen to wicked people, or if a bad thing is happening to you, you must be wicked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
Okay. So thick, strong shield. Thick, pulsing, strong shield.
I see. No, I see. He's not saying about wicked men. He's just saying mortals in general.
Oh.
Who are vile and corrupt, who drink up evil like water. Remember, we got distracted by trees on that one.
Right.
But then he's explaining, that humans are just so terrible.
Okay, are you ready for the next verse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Though his face is covered with fat, and his waist bulges with flesh, he will inhabit ruined towns and houses where no one lives, houses crumbling to rubble. That's an image right there.
Yeah.
Inhabiting
abandoned houses?
Abandoned houses.
That are abandoned.
Even though he seems well-fed and prosperous, he ain't.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. He will no longer be rich, and his wealth will not endure, nor will his possessions spread over the land. He will not escape the darkness. A flame will wither his shoots, and the breath of God's mouth will carry him away.
Whew.
Yeah. Let him not deceive himself by trusting what is worthless, for he will get nothing in return. Before his time he will wither, and his branches will not flourish. He will be like a vine stripped of its unripe grapes, like an olive tree shedding its blossoms. For the company of the godless will be barren, and fire will consume the tents of those who love bribes. Whoa, that was really specific.
Yeah.
Wait,
That caught me off guard.
Clearly, Eliphaz has had a bad history with people taking bribes, and he's just mad about it. Had to throw that one in
like
there.
bribes, man. I don't
He's
like
like,
them.
I know I don't pay my day laborers a living wage, and so they're tempted to accept bribes, and it really sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, last verse. They conceive trouble and give birth to evil. Their womb fashions deceit. Oh,
Whoa. Like a womb just like makes deceit out of thin air and then gives birth to it.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay, that was some chapter.
Yeah, so Eliphaz, clearly he's just like, I'm done. I can't, like,
bro, we were bros, but we're not bros right now.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Eliphaz at first was the one who was kind of more like, it's going to be all right, man.
True.
Like, be good and it'll all turn out okay. Remember, he was the one who accused of being like the law of attraction guy.
Right.
But now he's just like,
no.
Listen here.
Well, I think he's still the law of attraction guy. He's just doubling down on it. I think he's doubling down on it's like it's your own fault. Like you've attracted this because you've been wicked. That's what I think.
But I thought he was making the case that all humans are wicked because they drink up sin like water.
Yes, but Job is even more wicked. I don't know.
I don't know. See, I think he's taking a different tack this time. That he's kind of just being like, well, all humans are terrible. Like you're dumb because you think you haven't sinned.
Interesting.
Yeah,
which is kind of what Zophar said, Bildad said, one of the other guys said something similar of that kind of like, how do you know what's sin or what's not? Like, you probably haven't. You don't even know it. If he's saying like, good things happen to good people. And now he's like, well, actually, everyone's bad. So just because you think you're so good doesn't mean you're so good.
Exactly. Well, last chapter.
All right. I'll take this one here.
Who's speaking in this one?
Going back to Job.
Back to Job.
It's right here in the first verse. Then Job replied, I have heard many things like these. You are miserable comforters, all of you.
Okay, definitely drink. That's a dunk. You're a miserable comforter. I like the image of like an actual comforter on the bed. Like you are falling apart. You are ratty. You are itchy. You are both too warm and not warm enough.
You're a miserable comforter.
Exactly. You make my bed look like crap. You're a miserable comforter.
Okay. All right. Will your long-winded speeches never end? What?
Okay, Job. Will your long-winded speech never end? Come on.
Yeah, pot calling the kettle black here.
Seriously.
What ails you that you keep on arguing? I also could speak like you. If you were in my place, I could make fine speeches against you and shake my head at you. But my mouth would encourage you. Comfort from my lips would bring you relief.
Whoa, Job. Whoa.
I don't know, Job. I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that.
No, this is like he's, again, taking a new tactic. I like it, right? He's like, look.
He's a man of many tactics.
An oral sex tactic?
Is you guys, get your minds out of the gutter. No, he's saying if
hey man, all mortals are wicked.
Yeah, that's true. Case in point. No, he's right. He's saying, if this were happening to you, I would also be like, oh, look at this chump, but I would be saying nice things to you to comfort you. That's
what he's saying. So to his face.
Okay.
But not necessarily otherwise.
Great.
Right. Yet, if I speak, my pain is not relieved. And if I refrain, it does not go away. Surely, God, you have worn me out. You have devastated my entire household.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so he like dunks back on Eliphaz, and now he's back on.
I guess he's talking
then
to God
he
again?
turns to God and he's like, God, you in the sky.
Yeah, well, I'm looking ahead, and it looks like he goes to God and then comes back again. Okay, all right, here. So surely, God, you have worn me out. You've devastated my entire household. You've shriveled me up, and it has become a witness. My gauntness, I see, he's gaunt. My gauntness rises up and testifies against me.
I think that counts as Job talking about gross things about his own body.
Yeah.
All right, I'll drink for that. I'll take a half drink for that one. All right. God assails me and tears me in his anger and gnashes his teeth at me. My opponent fastens on me his piercing eyes. Oh.
His piercing gaze.
His opponent sounds very attractive. My opponent fastens on me his piercing eyes.
Oh dear.
People open their mouths to jeer at me. They strike my cheek in scorn and unite together against me.
Yeah, ouchies.
God has...
Just striking at him?
Yeah. God has turned me over to the ungodly and thrown me into the clutches of the wicked. All was well with me.
So many amazing images in my head. Just people throwing this guy into clutches, and he's like, and and people slapping him. That's real fun.
Get ready for some more here.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
All was well with me, but he shattered me. He seized me by the neck and crushed me.
Yeah, just this man turning to powder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has made me his target. His archers surround me. Oof. Without pity, he pierces my kidneys and spills my gall on the ground. All right, gross.
All right, drink.
Again and again, he bursts upon me. He rushes at me like a warrior. I have sewed sackcloth over my skin and buried my brow in the dust. My face is red with weeping. Dark shadows ring my eyes. Yet my hands have been free of violence, and my prayer is pure. Earth, do not cover my blood. May my cry never be laid to rest. Even now, my witness is in heaven. My advocate is on high.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
What?
Okay, yeah, I'm okay. Now I'm confused. So he's talking about God. God apparently has an army of archers.
Piercing his
shooting
kidneys.
me up, piercing my kidneys specifically,
and my spleen. Wait,
there was no spleen.
Spills my gall on the ground.
Kidneys, gall.
Oh, okay,
as in from one's gallbladder.
Yeah.
I suppose. He's talking about I've sewed sackcloth. I've been crying all day.
So sewed sackcloth means he's in a sack now because he's it's part of his mourning.
That's a mourning thing. Yeah,
okay.
to put on sackcloth.
What's a sackcloth?
Like a rough sack, like a burlap, maybe?
Yeah.
What?
Or a hemp?
Okay, I thought that was a metaphor.
And I think he's speaking literally now.
I think literally, if you were in mourning, you would put on sackcloth and cover yourself.
But he's in mourning for himself.
Well, for
his
his
kids
whole
died.
family.
Yeah.
Basically. And all
his kids. And
day laborers.
He has said very little about his children.
He really has.
He's just
noticed that.
But really, though, he's just my life and my servants and my blah, blah, blah. Nothing about the kids.
Well, I guess from Job's perspective, the kids got to die and therefore get released from suffering. He's the one who has to live and suffer a whole bunch.
Interesting.
All right, well,
in their stead.
Huh.
Okay, but he then pulls this 180 where then he's talking to the earth and says that he has an advocate in heaven.
Yeah, he said,
Ew.
Even now my witness is in heaven, my advocate is on high. Let's find out. My intercessor is my friend as my eyes pour out tears to God. On behalf of a man, he pleads with God as one pleads for a friend. Only a few years will pass before I take the path of no return.
Okay.
That's the end.
What does that mean? What does all that mean?
My intercessor is my friend as my eyes pour out tears to God. On behalf of a man, he pleads with God. So this is a separate...
I guess maybe there's a belief...
the intercessor?
Is this a flash forward to Christ?
No, come on.
I don't know. I could totally see in my upbringing that being the interpretation. I'm just saying.
I wonder if this is something, because we don't have a lot of context about sort of the religious beliefs and mythology of his time. But I wonder if that's part of the belief is that there are sort of angel lawyers who sort of represent
what?
Angel attorneys?
Angel attorneys, yeah.
Wait, hang on. But that's the whole thing with Mary, in the Catholic tradition, that you pray to Mary because Mary intercedes for you. Mary maybe can't necessarily, in her own power, do something for you, but Mary can go talk to Jesus or to God, especially because Mary is Jesus' mother and Jesus has to listen to his mom. And that's how it was explained to me, is that's kind of the idea, is you pray to Mary and Mary intercedes to Christ on your behalf for you. And so it seems
perhaps
it's that
comes
kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe that comes from here.
what is this last line? Only a few years will pass before I take the path of no return.
I think he just means that I'm not going to live much longer.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, he's been saying that.
I feel like earlier on he kind of only gave himself a couple days, and now he's giving himself some years.
Yeah, I mean,
a few years will pass. I can sit here in my rags and my sackcloth for a while.
My crappy friends.
Well, they've been talking for a while. Maybe he's starting to feel a little better. His
he's not letting on that he is. That's
he's definitely not.
True. Well, I mean, his heart still hurts, but maybe his physical body isn't so bad with all the boils and everything now.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Ick.
Yeah, but my intercessor is my friend as my eyes pour out tears to God. On behalf of a man, he pleads with God as one pleads for a friend. So
on behalf of which man?
I think of himself.
Of himself.
Oh.
Which I think means then that this intercessor is not a man.
So it's like an angel or...
Yeah, some heavenly being, I guess.
The heavenly lawyer.
Right.
That's what you're speaking of.
Well,
what angel lawyer?
But he pleads with God as one pleads for a friend. So maybe not a lawyer,
like
but
the
like...
angelic phoenix right.
I see. It's when... like
a lobbyist.
Okay.
An angelic lobbyist.
No.
See, I was thinking to go back to your sort of love story breakup metaphor. This is like when your partner's friend, who's also friends with you, kind of goes and on your behalf is like, look, he's really sorry. Just give him another chance to like try to, right? To try to kind of make things okay for you. I think maybe that's the kind of intercession we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Makes total sense.
Total sense. All right. Well, how did you guys like the drinking game so far?
I liked it. I was drinking.
It does make it better to get through Job.
Yeah. Well, it gives us like little things to look forward to, get excited about along the way.
Yeah. For sure.
Well,
that's it. That one was a pretty quick one. That was only 3 chapters.
Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Drinking game makes time fly, makes a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Is that?
A spoonful of beer makes the Job go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait till next time to find out. I guess probably Bildad's going to be next.
Yeah, probably.
Bildad.
Bildad.
Bildad. I wonder what Bildad has to say. Oh, I will say, now that we've noticed this trend of like everyone dunking on each other.
Yeah.
That it started out at the beginning of the book of Job with everyone being like, it's okay. It's going to be all right. You're upright and holy and righteous. And now it's just everyone being like, you need to shut up. And like, you're dumb. And no, you don't know anything. Like,
listen, Job, you done.
Yeah, I am excited to get like more of an arsenal of biblical dunks.
Yeah. Well, next time I'm feeling bad about something and you guys fail to make me feel better, you are miserable comforters. All of you.
You guys are miserable comforters.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well,
I guess picture myself a big giant blankie.
Yes.
And it's one of those where it's like really impossible to get a duvet cover onto it.
I see.
Miserable comforter.
Duvet covers. I have one and it's annoying.
Yeah. Miserable comforter.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us for Bible study today. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email at info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Dedeker Winston, Jace Lindgren, and me, Emily Matlack. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. The theme song for the Book of Job is Agnus Deus by Kevin MacLeod. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional.
Your own mouth condemns you, not mine. Your own lips testify against you. Are you the first man ever born? Were you brought forth before the hills? Do you listen in on God's counsel? Do you have a monopoly on wisdom? What do you know that we do not know? What insights do you have that we do not have? The gray-haired and the aged are on our side, men even older than your father. Okay, now I lost the plot.